Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review of the brand new Too Faced Born This Way the Natural Nudes eyeshadow palette. It's actually called underneath complexion inspired eyeshadow palette. So basically they have released a nude eyeshadow palette. It's in the name, obviously. Now this retails at £35 in the UK. I got mine from Debenhams when it had 15% off, so I paid a little bit less. And inside altogether are 16 different types of nude shades. Now personally, I think that this eyeshadow palette is perfect for people who've got fair and medium and even maybe medium deep skin tones. However, very deep skin tones, beware. I think a lot of these matte shades in particular will just show up very ashy against your skin tone unless you choose to use a concealer or eye base on your eyes which is quite pale, and then that way all those shades will appear. Because what they have done, it is a complexion inspired palette, meaning there are eyeshadows which are based more around skin tones. It is your perfect everyday natural nudes kind of palette. Loads of people out there love their everyday shades, their neutrals, their warm tones, their golds, their browns, that sort of thing, and this palette caters perfectly towards that. This is the kind of palette that I would definitely say that everybody needs to have in their collection for daytime wear, for work wear, for even evening wear, for university, school, college, that sort of thing. You would all benefit from having this kind of palette. Let me just show you the packaging up close. It just comes in a cardboard box and the design on the front is exactly the same as is on the palette. This is what the palette looks like from the outside. It's actually made of cardboard, which is nice and environmentally friendly, and there are various different shades on here of nude and or skin tones, however you want to see it, or complexions, and these are actually raised, so it seems almost as if like it's 3D when it's not. And then on the inside you can see 16 perfectly gorgeous neutral shades. That's nail damage, by the way. It wasn't sent to me like this. I stuck my nail in it by accident. And then there's a nice mirror on the top. Now let me just read to you what it says on the back of the box, which is exactly the same description as is on their website. It says, inspired by the beautiful collection of Born This Way foundation shades, these 16 highly pigmented modern nudes range from flattering mattes that were created to enhance your unique and beautiful undertones to sultry metallic shimmer and sparkle shades for a sexy radiance so natural they will think that you were born this way. So obviously the Born This Way collection is quite large. There are concealers, there are lipsticks, there is everything and anything, so it's not a surprise that they came out with this. Personally, from my point of view, I would have been happy if they actually came out with something similar to what Huda Beauty did when she released her nude mini obsessions palettes, and she came out with three, one for fair, medium and deep skin tone. I think it would have been great and a massive money maker if they had done something similar for this. As they're saying that they are replicating the whole Born This Way range, well, why not come up with one for fair, medium and deep skin tones? That way that there will be something for everybody, because there are unfortunately going to be very deep skin tones that are missed out in using this when a palette such as this would have been perfect for them. Now, one of the things that I love the most about this palette is that there is a matching shade for each shade, if that makes sense. So there is 7 matte shades, 7 shimmery shades, and every shimmery shade has a matching matte shade, or every matte shade has a matching shimmery shade, however you want to see it. But obviously you can mix and match and use them as you deem appropriate. So I love that about this. No muss, no fuss, no faffing around in the morning when you're in a hurry trying to figure out what shade goes with what in your eyeshadow palette, which has got so many shades. If you want to go for something more nude, there's a nude shade, and then underneath there is a corresponding shimmery shade. And I love that they go through the entire color spectrum. They've got very pale gold shades going into lovely rosy kind of shades, and then into more gold, and then deeper, more chocolate brown. So you are going through the entire kind of nudie chocolate type of spectrum, those warm caramel tones. The quality of this eyeshadow palette, I would personally say, is excellent. I give this a 10 out of 10. It's definitely going to be a holy grail palette for me for the year of 2020. I love the textures. I love the way that they perform. They're very intensely pigmented. Not a single matte shade in here performs badly. Not a single one is patchy or flaky or poorly pigmented. It shows up very, very easily. In terms of the texture of the matte shades, they kick up a little bit of dust, but not too much, but they very easily pick up onto my brush, and then a little bit goes a long way. It doesn't require too much blending to get it to blend out without any harsh lines. The shimmery shades are excellent as well, but I do have to say that they perform a lot better when you apply them with your finger. They do pick up on the brush, but because they are very creamy metallic shades, you know, even again similar to Huda Beauty and similar to Anastasia Beverly Hills, their metallic shades can sometimes be so creamy that you will press into the palette with your brush, you'll end up leaving a dent, but nothing actually transfers onto the bristles. That's why this one is very important that you use it with your fingers. I've used this shimmery shade on my lid with my fingers, then I blend it out around the edges with a brush just to get rid of any harsh lines. So bear that in mind, they are very, very intense. Every single one of the metallic shimmery shades is incredibly intense. You can sheer them out for a more daytime appropriate look, or then you can use your finger and then go in for a more intense nighttime sparkly kind of look if that's what you're going for. But overall, I'm incredibly happy with this palette. Again, I give it a 10 out of 10. Worth £35? I would say so. There's not a single shade in here that I do not like. I like every single one of them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you some swatches. I have no idea. I think I'm going to have to become Born This Way and remove part of my dress because I can't actually remove it. So bear with me. Okay, so this first shade here is called Swan. This is a matte pale ivory shade, and this is one that I just tend to use all over my lid just to set my primer because it's obviously too pale to really show up much. But it's buttery and soft and easy to blend. Then a shimmery counterpart underneath is called Glistening Snow. This is a really beautiful pale, pale, pale yellow gold. I've been using this as a brow bone shade as well as a tear duct shade, but you can use it on the lid as well. It's absolutely stunning, thick and pigmented and buttery. This next shade here is called Seashell. This one is a very pretty matte nudie beige shade, amazing as a transitional color, really pigmented and easy to blend. And then the shade above it here is called Shimmering Pearl. This is actually what I'm using on my lid right now. As you can see, it is a stunning, very intense pinky beigey kind of gold. It's absolutely gorgeous. This next shade here is called Nude. This is another beautiful neutral shade. This one is definitely more of a pale taupey sort of colour. This is why I'm wearing it on my lid today, because of the outfit that I'm wearing, which is kind of a creamy dress. This shade here is called Sparkling Sand. Another absolutely beautiful, intensely pigmented metallic colour. This is like a rosy brown sort of shade, but more on the caramel side. This shade is called Petal. This is the matte shade and it's a neutral pink colour. Absolutely gorgeous for when you don't want to have a kind of brownish sort of look and you're going for a more natural pink flushed kind of look. And then its matching shade above is called Rose Gold, and as the name suggests, it's a rose gold colour. Again, look at it. These are all one swipe, by the way, you guys. Look how intensely pigmented they are. Absolutely stunning and gorgeous. This one isn't as shimmery as the rest, but it's still got a nice high shine of metallic to it. This shade is called Warm Rose. This one is a beautiful mauve colour. I mean, look at it. Really, this is definitely one of my favourite shades in the palette. It's perfect for medium skin tones, easy to blend, super matte, and just excellent. This shade is called Sparkling Rum. This one is a shimmery, mauvey kind of rose. It's like a deep rose almost. It's beautiful. This shade is called Maple. Every palette needs its classic matte caramel brown that will go with all skin tones. Look how perfect that is. Look how gorgeously thick and even that swatch is. It's perfect. Its matching shade is called Golden Light. Another classically beautiful colour. This is a metallic bronzy orange sort of shade, which goes amazingly with the maple shade and will look amazing on all skin tones. This shade is called Cocoa. This brown is slightly darker and it's got more of a mauvey sort of undertone to it, but again, super pigmented, easy to blend, and an excellent shade. This matching shade underneath is called Sugar Chestnut. This one is definitely more of a kind of taupey, warmish sort of brown with shimmer to it. Absolutely beautiful. And then this one on the end is called Truffle, which has Born This Way written on the eyeshadow. Considering what a dark shade this is a dark brown with like hints of purple to it. It is incredibly pigmented. It is not patchy at all. I have no issues blending this out whatsoever. Absolutely stunning, amazing to use to smoke out any look. And the last shade here is called Sparkling Sable, and this one matches the previous shade perfectly. The only difference is that there are slight maybe sparkly purpley burgundy sort of sparkles in it, but that's it, and it's absolutely beautiful. So here are all 16 shadows all together. Looks amazing. I'm now going to put my dress back on because you cannot see what's happening on the other side of this arm right now. Okay, I'm dressed again. We don't need to see that. We don't want anyone having nightmares around here. So that's it for my swatches of the Born This Way, the Natural Nudes eyeshadow palette. Personally, I love it. I've told you already, 10 out of 10. So many of you will love it. I know that many of you do follow me because my skin tone is similar to yours. So I'm hopeful that means that quite a lot of you will love this. This review has been beneficial to you. You will not regret it. Trust me on this. Ever since I have bought this, I have not been able to put it down. Every single day I have worn it. And the thing is, recently in my job, I've been really busy. I've had really early starts. I've had to go here, go there, whatever. I've been out of the office. I've not had time to spend ages doing my makeup. And the good thing about this as well is that you can create very quick looks, very simple looks, but still beautiful looks as well. And that's another reason why I love this. This is definitely your working gal kind of makeup palette that many of you will get a use out of using it pretty much every single day like I have been. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. My Bambi dress, by the way, is from Zara because I'm Zara's like #1 customer. Just in case anyone was wondering, it's a dress, it's not a top. It's a long dress. That's it anyway, so I will see you all in the next video. Bye.